well over the years. One is the star of When Calls the Heart. The other we know from all sorts of projects like Hot in Cleveland and the Darrow and Darrow series of mysteries. They're teaming up for the third time in Marrying Father Christmas, premiering this Sunday at 9/8 Central at Hallmark Movies and Mysteries. Please welcome back the very talented Erin Krakow and the very talented Wendie Malick. Welcome, guys.
Welcome back, lady. Very, very talented.
I didn't want to do one more up than the other.
No,
You're both fantastic.
squared.
So this is the third installment in the Father Christmas movies. We had Finding Father Christmas, Engaging Father Christmas, now Marrying Father Christmas.
Yes.
Now, for those at home that may not have seen the first two installments, fill us in a little bit, Erin.
Oh, there's so much to say.
Well,
but in Finding and Engaging Father Christmas, we meet Miranda Chester, a woman who has lived most of her life without a family. She gets this trunk of clues from her mother's past, and they lead her on this wild chase to try and find her father across the country. And somewhere along the way, she meets Niall Mater, who becomes the love of her life. And here we are for the third installment, Marrying Father Christmas.
Okay.
Right. And Wendie, Margaret gets to walk you down the aisle, but I imagine that there is going to be some hiccups along the way.
What wedding?
There.
A wedding without a hiccup.
What wedding,
Hallmark
right.
movie for that.
That's true.
No, it took us a long time to come together, but we formed this kind of wonderful alliance over the period of these three movies. And our two very strong, somewhat defended women who are a little bit cautious.
Guarded a little bit.
And a little suspicious about strangers maybe now and then, but have come to really love and respect each other. And in this one, I just get a little bit out of my mind over this wedding, and it's the first time I've sort of, I think, really felt full and joyful since my husband died, and I love having her as a daughter, so I kind of went nuts and invited way too many people that she doesn't know.
It happens to me all the time,
The venue
by the
to
way.
someplace a little bigger that she didn't want to go to, so I needed to be talked off the ledge.
Well, we have a clip of that where Margaret is meddling in Miranda's wedding plans, exactly what you just said. Let's take a look.
By the way, I heard from another of James' friends this morning.
Really?
Yeah, Thomas Reed, an old fellow actor. He said he'd love to come to the wedding.
Oh, you invited him too.
I did it again, didn't I? It's just that I am so excited about this wedding and about you and the fact that you and I can do this together.
Well, I think it's so wonderful that they can come. I'm not sure there will be enough room at the cottage.
So you're exactly right. I mean, that place is too small, but I think that I have a solution.
You do?
Why not have the wedding at Peter and Ellie's house? And we can put up a tent on the back lawn, and that way you'll have plenty of room. Oh, your father and I just had the most wonderful parties there.
That's...
Just think about it, okay?
I will.
Good luck.
You did it out of love, though. I see what you did there. It's special to you, that house.
Do you know how many mothers do this kind of thing?
That's
out?
I know how many
people can
mothers
totally relate to
Everybody
this.
knows how
Honey,
many
it's
mothers
because
do.
I love you.
Okay.
I'm taking over your
Absolutely,
wedding.
and it's so special to your
I'll do what
father
I
and
want.
everything else, of course. No, I mean, it's out there for sure. Now, the wedding dress, Miranda's wedding dress, absolutely beautiful.
Yes.
As was Elizabeth's wedding dress that she wore, of course, in When Calls the Heart. Now, very different, but there's a really interesting similarity that you have, a connection to both
Oh,
of these
I
dresses.
see what you're getting.
This is cool.
So the similarity is that I found both wedding dresses. We have very relaxed, very cool costume designers.
I was
who were
gonna say.
totally fine with it.
they here?
No, the costume designers aren't here.
No, the pictures.
The pictures are. And yeah, I found Elizabeth's wedding dress in New York, and I found Miranda's wedding dress in Vancouver, actually in a little second-hand shop called My Sister's Closet, and all of the proceeds go to helping women in bad situations who are maybe, who need a little helping hand. So
And it was
wonderful.
and it was so lovely, and it was unique. It didn't
simple,
look,
yeah.
it was.
And simple was what Miranda was going for until Margaret came along. And it was
by the way, that was
$65.
$65, that's all that dress cost?
Yeah, $65.
That dress looked like it was
amazing.
thousands of dollars.
Wedding on a
amazing.
budget.
And it was probably only worn for like 8 hours.
Right.
Well, that's
If
the thing
that.
about these dresses, right?
You might have a second business on the side.
Oh, hey.
You could be a wedding planner.
I could.
Yeah, in your spare time between
That's the next
midnight and
movie.
3 a.m. Yeah, you know what? We'll write it.
Okay,
It'll be
great.
for one of your movies. So, like we said before, Margaret gets to walk Miranda down the aisle.
Couple M's in there.
Margaret gets to walk Miranda down the aisle as her stepmom. She's her stepmom. You'd say that, right?
Oh, yeah.
But in real life, you are mommy to a whole brood of very interesting characters, aren't you?
I am. My children consist of four horses, a miniature donkey, and 2 dogs.
That's
That's a lot.
And they're all rescues.
You don't hear that every day, I guess.
Yeah,
Wait, you
can you
rescued
see
4
the little?
okay. Here we go. Oh, look at that. That's a great
He's
shot.
about this tall. He's the size
Oh,
of a black
I
lab,
see.
of a lab,
Oh,
but he has a giant
cute.
head and little short, little tiny legs. But he's the most affectionate creature I've ever met. These are the 2 dogs. Everybody's a rescue except for one horse who I delivered because
What?
I'd never had a baby. So I thought I can have one live thing. Otherwise, we rescue everything. I actually gave birth to the horse.
Oh,
I was
whoa.
there.
Can you explain this?
No, you were there to watch the horse deliver.
Oh yeah, no, I slept 3 nights in the barn, in the stable, and the 3rd night it stopped raining, and I heard my mare's water break, and I went down there, and there was this
You heard
perfect
it?
little, oh yeah, and there was a perfect little white, gorgeous. He looks like Spirit, the horse, and I called him Rosebud because I didn't know it was a boy until he stood up. Within an hour, and they run.
Really? They get
day.
that
It's the
fast?
most extraordinary.
I mean, that's
My
incredible.
goodness.
So that's my boy.
Do you?
That's my only birth.
That's your only birth. Yeah, it's a beautiful one.
Wendy gave birth to a horse.
To
This
a
is the
horse.
takeaway.
It's going to be the news on tomorrow's front page of everyone's newspaper. Do you take your horses on a special walk with you on Christmas Day? Because I know you take the doggies with you.
Yeah, no, well, I usually ride on Christmas Day, but I hike every morning with those dogs. That's how I start my day. That's my meditation, is to hike
Beautiful.
with dogs
Yeah.
before I start my day.
a great
Unless you have a 5:30 call, and then
Right.
Yeah, and then it
you know
goes.
what?
Maybe another time.
We'll talk later.
It's really sweet about the horsey.
Yeah.
I love that.
Now we have to talk a little bit about When Calls the Heart. Okay,
Sure.
so we're doing a little bit of math here, judging by the name of the Christmas movie,
Okay.
The Greatest Christmas
Right.
Blessing, and also by the photos that you've been posting on your social media.
Wow,
We're
you're
putting
like
2
a
and 2 together
detective.
here. You see, but we have a feeling it might be a little surprise on Christmas morning.
What do you think it is,
Well,
Cameron?
talk to
Well, I
me.
think it's a baby. I don't think it's a horse.
At least we're talking babies here.
Wendy's the only one delivering horses.
Yeah, we're not.
You
well,
ride- you
there
ride
are horses
horses,
on
though.
One Calls
You
the
do
Heart,
ride
but no, we won't be giving birth to any. There is a baby Thornton, and we will meet this baby in the Christmas special.
And that's all you're
Girl
going to
or
say.
boy?
You can't give us any more than that?
Debbie!
I have all kinds of plans for what I think the baby should be.
Okay,
Yeah.
So I don't know if you've shot it, but
Debbie's
let me-
writing the
We
follow-up
shot it.
scripts and everything.
Darn, I have some ideas.
Well, thank you both, guys. We look forward to both of these pictures. Everybody at home, we can look forward to the premiere of When Calls the Heart, The Greatest Blessing on Christmas Day. And don't miss this Sunday's world premiere of Marrying Father Christmas. It's at 8 Central on Hallmark Movies and Mysteries. And thank you both
Thank
for
you,
being here.
ladies.
and
Thank
Merry
you so much.
Christmas.
Merry Christmas.